what's up, Lou?
Just in. Tweety Bird is coming to the multiverse. In MCU is running out of ideas. They come to. That's all I got today.
It's all you got. It's all you had. You didn't come prepared with a joke. We're starting the episode. This is the energy going into the episode now. You know that, right?
Okay, hold on. Do it again fast. Give me a fast one.
Yeah, what's up, Lou?
This just in. Daffy's in the multiverse.
Why did you think? Why did you think it'd be funnier if it was Daffy? You should have done like some stupid shit like Priscilla's in the multiverse.
Priscilla Hen is in the multiverses. She's in Ant-Man 3, in the Quantum. She's there. You look really hard.
I can get you out of this bit if you want. Like, I can pull you out of this.
No, if you squint really hard.
Start the
in
episode.
The Ant-Man 3 movie, you'll see Priscilla Hen, and yeah, I'm done.
You done? You ready to start the episode?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Welcome to Looney Duels. What we do stuff here.
Folks, I hope you're in for an exciting episode. We meet a new character today.
We do?
I wrote two notes.
Oh shit, we do.
I wrote 2 notes on the Wily short. Hope you're excited for that.
This is a show where we talk about Looney Tunes characters and their incredible abilities, their incredible strengths and feats of wit, cunning, their sex appeal, which is a yeah, I mean...
They're writing a comment on this podcast, Mick? It's unbelievable. Rabbit, I can come better than you any day.
No. We watched Stupor Duck, which sucked.
What?
It was not.
You didn't like Stupor Duck?
I did not like Stupor Duck, which was a short in which Daffy was doing like a Superman parody.
Mm-hmm.
But he's called Stupor Duck, instead. There's only really one thing that caught my eye. Was Daffy Duck is medicated.
He is medicated. That's worth keeping in mind for the future. He's medicated.
Yeah, he pulls out a box of mild pills, and he takes one so that he can remain mild-mannered. So I must assume that if he doesn't take them, that it's just he reverts back to like wacky Daffy.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah,
if
he doesn't take his pills, he becomes hoo-hoo Daffy again.
Yeah, because we hear him do the hoo-hoo in this short, which I miss. I'm always missing it.
That's new lore though. Like that's like now we know what happened to like that version of Daffy. So if he's on the battlefield and he like reaches to his pocket,
runs out of pills.
He's like, uh-oh. Porky, run. What do you mean, Daffy? Porky, get out of here. You're not going to like who I become.
Oh, no. Porky would love him through anything. Actually, that's not true.
Not even a little.
I think Porky kind of hates him. Well, I mean, in the big battle, do you think it's going to be, like, short? Or do you think it's going to be, like, a long, drawn-out, like, lasting over the course of, like, a week or two?
I think a lot of the minor players will be eliminated immediately, and then it will go on for like another week.
Yeah, and then that's when these kinds of stats matter, because Daffy's gonna run out of that, that the pills that make him, I guess, who he is now. Scary.
The big thing to talk about, I think, now is this is like our 3rd Daffy form he's acquired, right?
Right, this is too many.
We've had Stupor Duck, Superior Duck, and Duck Dodgers now. And I think the question to ask really is, rank them right now from worst to best, you think? Which form benefits Daffy the most?
I think Duck Dodgers is probably the best form that he could take.
Okay.
In my opinion.
How is that?
Because at least he's got weapons, like high-tech weapons and machinery and maybe like a spaceship or something. He's got tools.
Okay.
I think the next best is going to be just him regular. And then it's a tie for the stupidest at Stupor and Superior Duck because they're useless and don't do anything.
Okay.
Why, do you disagree?
I actually agree, because I think the main thing Darkwing Duck, I do this all the time.
You call him that all the time.
Literally all.
Kind of insulting.
Because all of his forms are like blank duck, like, right? So my mind's always like, oh, the next one's Darkwing Duck. Duck Dodger's main advantage is he has Porky at his side, which regular Daffy doesn't benefit from, and Super Duck doesn't. Superior Duck does, but Superior Duck sucks compared to, I think, Duck Dodgers a bit more. So I think Duck Dodgers is his best form. He's got weapons. He's got the eager young space cadet who like will carry him easily.
Oh yeah, he kind of dies at the end of this one. There wasn't really another toon for him to fight against,
Right.
which kind of breaks our rules a tiny bit. But who cares?
But this is an important short for powers, though.
Yeah, exactly. It just demonstrate some new question mark abilities for Daffy Duck, in which he can fly around, and he's got some decent like strength moments where he like lifts things up. So I guess when he's in these superhero forms, even if he's kind of failing, he's got ability.
Yeah.
That's something. Now we were watching these shorts with another friend, and he said something. Our friend Niall. He said, maybe Daffy just wants to be needed, and that's why he's got all these different
That
forms.
might be true. That's why he keeps. Daffy maybe is a bit more of a sad soul than maybe we originally intended. He's the poor guy who wants attention. He takes his medication. He goes to his white collar job. It's just not enough for him. So he has to keep taking all these forms. He's got to be Duck Dodgers. He's got to be Superior Duck. He's got to be Stupor Duck. He's got to be Bat Duck. He's probably Bat Duck at some point.
He is.
Okay, he's got to be Daffy Duck the Wizard. He's got to take on all these special roles and powers to get eyes on him, and he's just desperate.
I feel like he's wearing himself thin when he does this. Like the more forms he makes, like the lower like rank on like power wise, they're weaker. Like the more he makes,
Right.
it's like he's really pushing it.
Really, when he gets these new forms, he obtains more weaknesses. I feel like, right? Like he gets a few
Right.
powers, but he also sets himself up more.
I think when he's in these superhero roles too, he is like way more like vulnerable to what's the word I'm looking for? To like superhero like stereotypes. Like if he's in Stupor or Superior Duck form and he hears like a child crying out for like a balloon or something that's flown away, is he gonna stop what he's doing to go like help them because he just like can't help himself?
Oh, and that's how Tweety gets him in the battlefield. We set it up.
He's gonna start
It's all
crying.
come together. Tweety will be like, help, yeah! And then Daffy will fly over, and Tweety will stick like a dynamite into his beak and blow him up.
That's how Tweety wins against Daffy.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I've grown closer to Daffy. Like I understand him better. Still didn't like the short though.
Daffy was launched into space and blew up at the end.
Yeah, what can you say? Sorry, Daff.
This next short though, surprisingly eventful for Tweety and Sylvester more than usual.
Yeah.
This is greedy for Tweety, and we meet a new character, Hector the Bulldog.
Yes! Another powerful, strong Looney Tunes dog.
And he's gonna be a recurring dog because he's in a lot of these Sylvester and Tweety shorts. So we finally got I think a major dog character besides Barnyard Dog.
Yeah, it's nice to see a third person beside. Oh, I guess Granny. A fourth person because Granny's in this short too. Tweety, Sylvester, Hector the dog. It's just it's like a whole cast. It feels a lot more balanced. There's a lot more of just like Sylvester versus Hector than there is with like Tweety being involved.
Tweety's like a gameplay element in this short.
Yeah, they all get hurt chasing each other, and Granny's a nurse, so she admits them into the animal hospital. But Sylvester can literally not help himself, and even though he's like broken bones in his body, he still tries to eat Tweety Bird. And I guess Hector, I don't know if Hector likes Tweety Bird or just like hates Sylvester.
We're gonna have to watch.
Stop him.
We're gonna have to watch more to figure out. Right now, I'm leaning on he just hates Sylvester. He doesn't seem particularly protective of Tweety.
Right, like it's like he's not jumping in front of Tweety or like. It's not even the fact that Sylvester is going after Tweety, it's the fact that Sylvester's moving and alive.
Right.
That makes Hector hate him.
Yeah. An interesting tidbit in this short adding to the Granny lore is I think Granny will officially only protect Tweety Bird on the battlefield. She shames the other two, but doesn't shame Tweety in the short at all. I don't think any other toon, like cute animal toon, can use Granny to their advantage anymore. I'm officially convinced she is all in on Tweety Bird, no one else.
Yeah, because she gets mad at the dog a little bit for chasing Sylvester, and then she gets on Sylvester and it's like, oh, you shouldn't be chasing the bird. And then she goes to Tweety and she's like, oh, my poor little Tweety Bird, I love you so much, yada yada. I think unless there was like a worm character that like Tweety chased. That Granny's always gonna go for the little guy, and Tweety is, I think, the littlest guy.
Mm-hmm.
What? How do you think Granny would feel if she saw Henry Chickenhawk?
Ooh, that's a good one because he's a cute little birdie too.
Yeah, he's about the size. I mean, he's a little stockier than Tweety, but he's about the same size, kind of.
I can picture the short already, right? Where like Granny brings Henry Chickenhawk in, and Henry Chickenhawk makes a big mess and starts pushing things all over the place. And then when he gets back, he acts innocent and blames it on Tweety. And Tweety, no, Granny, no. And Sylvester's like, welcome to my world.
Oh, and then Sylvester and Tweety have to work together to get Henry Chickenhawk out of the house.
Who do you think's more?
That's a short.
Who do you think's more powerful though, Tweety or Henry Chicken? We can't do this right now. No, that's for later. That's for later.
No, we can't. That's like a setup short.
Yeah, keep that in mind, everyone. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I hope to see that in the comments. But back to this short. There is a moment where Sylvester eats Tweety Bird.
There is. That's huge.
Like, full on, puts his mouth around it. Tweety Bird is in his stomach. Does not get digested.
No. Frustratingly, he does not get digested.
This is because Sylvester never chews.
That's stupid.
He never fucking chews.
He always has to gulp. He has to like, swallow Tweety Bird whole like the cartoon cat he is. He can't fucking chomp down. He's going, glop, glop, and then like Tweety-shaped like glop in his throat.
Disgusting. So the thing I think is important about this though is the way he eats him is because Tweety is in a hospital bed with like his leg propped up. Like he's helpless. When Tweety Bird has a physical injury, like he can't defy the laws of physics and shit. Like he's literally just like a sitting duck at that point. So if like you break Tweety's leg,
I think
then you pretty much won.
I think we kind of always knew Tweety Bird is like weak, right? Like Tweety Bird has no powers of his own. He gets off on like the universe's bias towards him and Granny's protection.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So if one can injure Tweety, he's pretty much dead. Like pretty much straight up. It's just a matter of like actually getting your hands on him in a meaningful way.
And you have to get rid of Granny too. Like Granny.
Oh yeah.
Step one is getting rid of Granny. You have to dispose of her, and then if you can, if you can knock Tweety down, it's done. Tweety can't do shit once you've broken his little leg.
Oh yeah. So Granny's the one who gets Tweety out of Sylvester. Like once he's eaten Tweety. So that's literally true. Like if Granny was not in the picture or did not care about Tweety, like Sylvester would have won this short. It would have been the first Sylvester win ever.
Tweety literally is fucking invincible if Granny's around.
Now I will say I would like to put this on the table, that this short ends in a lose for everybody.
Okay.
Because the way this short ends is they get dismissed from the hospital, they're all healed up, and then they immediately like go out and start playing on the streets again. And it's implied that they are going to just go back to the hospital again.
Granny goes, hey, Sarah, Sarah.
Yeah. So I think that it's not like, a brutal loss, but they're just going back to the status quo. They're all going to get injured again. They're all going to just do it all over again.
Yeah.
And Tweety could literally get eaten for real this time. It's like it's not a win scenario for Tweety to be in the hospital.
No. I want to talk about also, because I think you skipped over this, Sylvester builds a contraption in this short.
Oh, yeah. Like a saw trap.
Yeah, I don't know where he gets these parts, but he builds this horrific saw trap to, like, drill into, like, Hector the Bulldog's, like, cast on his foot to put a stick of dynamite. You need to put this contraption on screen. He fucking builds he builds this hoodickie. Drills into, like, Hector the dog's cast on his foot to put a stick of dynamite in, and then Hector just walks over and swaps them and then rolls away.
It's like such an elaborate device. It's not anything that's like already in the hospital or attached to the hospital bed. It is like a new invention that Sylvester has made for this incredibly specific function.
Where did he get these parts?
I don't know. Has Sylvester always been crafty? Like, I know Wiley's crafty.
But he's never really been a tinkerer in the past. No, he's more of like animalistic instincts type of character.
Maybe we judged him too soon. Maybe if he had more access to these tools, then he would do more stuff like this. Because maybe it's because he's in a hospital, so he has all this like high tech technology around him.
Maybe if he had more technology around him, he'd get hurt more often.
That's something to look out for, something to consider.
Yep.
Well, that's the end of that one.
Oh boy, are you ready for our next short?
I am. I have a lot to talk about.
All right. You just go off.
This is Tired and Feathered. This is a Wily and Roadrunner short, but who cares? There's something I need to ask.
Hmm?
Is Roadrunner an orphan?
Where did this come from?
So, Wily has this inane plan towards the end of the short. I think it is the literal end of the short, where it's got a lot of moving parts, and I don't really understand
it's
it.
Such a weird thing.
It's the core aspect of it is that he builds a fake bird sanctuary, and he like builds this, and he thinks of what Wily knows of Roadrunner, thinks that this will draw him in. So this led me to think something, and I was like, is Wily's understanding of Roadrunner that Roadrunner is alone, feels in danger, or like wants a more permanent home? Right? Like, am I making sense here? Like,
I guess.
Because Roadrunner, we never see him with any other birds except that one time when he like he made like a mailbox into a girl bird.
Yeah, got a sexy girlfriend
with wizard powers. Anyway, God, that was a while ago. But there's never any other Roadrunners around. He doesn't seem to have any like animal allies of any kind.
No.
And like maybe he hangs around Wily so often, even in a malicious way, but maybe he hangs around him so often because he's lonely. Like, he doesn't have a family.
You think he's a tragic figure is what you're saying here? Like, he seems all high and mighty, but when you get to know him, you discover the sad, depressing truth of Roadrunner is that he's just kind of sad.
I mean, like, what else? All he does day in and day out is run the same roads over and over again. Are you telling me that he can't just like go to 700 miles away? Wily's not gonna follow him that far.
Well, hold on.
Like, he's what?
I think he might.
Yeah. Well, okay, but like Roadrunner could just leave. He could go to the other side of the country, but he doesn't, because maybe he finds a companionship in Wily.
Maybe that's true of both of them.
That's true, because Wily could also just literally go anywhere he wanted and get some goddamn McDonald's or something.
If Wily ate Tweety, maybe he'd just be sad. He'd when I say he ate Tweety, I'm on my A game today.
Yeah.
If he ate
well, no, because now hold on, put a pin in that.
Okay.
Because what if Wily just ate Tweety Bird instead? Can Wily beat Tweety? Okay, no, that's another. Save that one. Okay. No, I think if Wily did accomplish his goal of eating Roadrunner, there's two scenarios. One of which he would feel so accomplished that he would just die. Like, that was his last goal. He would just keel over and die.
I think what would happen is it'd be an intense moment. He's beat up, bleeding. He's got an arm missing now. But he's got the Roadrunner finally after all these years, and he's just chomping down. He's laughing and crying at the same time. And as soon as he takes that, it's this dramatic finale to an anime or something. He takes that final bite, and the camera pans out, and he's just sitting motionless on his chair. He's dead. Series over.
It was so euphoric for him that was just. That was the peak of his life.
He's gone.
There was never going to be anything that brought him any amount of joy close to that. That's how I think the series should end.
We didn't talk about this short at all.
I talked about the bird sanctuary. It had something to do with a phone booth. I don't fucking know.
Can I be honest? I wrote one note for the short that actually means anything. I wrote, "He can cover. That's cool."
What do you mean?
He hovers at some point.
Oh yeah, I guess the signature Wily move is as he walks. He's in the air, and as long as he can hover for a little bit, he might be able to get to safety. gravity doesn't work quite the same way, but it does catch up to him eventually.
Yeah, he can hover. That's cool.
He falls in the short. Isn't that cool that he falls like off a really high cliff? That's pretty funny.
Oh man, Wile E. Coyote's gonna fall down, and they're gonna pan down. And you're gonna see the back of him as all four of his limbs are stretched out, and then he falls. And then there's a big smoke cloud when he hits the ground, and oh man, you'll never guess what happened. Let's talk about the next short.
Hey, did you know? Oh no, hold on. One more thing. Roadrunner. He can read. He can read.
Yeah, good for fucking him.
He learned. He did his abcmouse.com.
Congratulations, Roadrunner.
Let's go to our last short. This short brought me so much joy.
Me too.
Because not only is it a Bugs Bunny short, it's also Yosemite Sam's here in 14 Karat Rabbit, the old Klondike,
and a new persona.
Oh, ooh.
Chillicote Sam in this one.
Yeah, yes, Sam is, panning for gold, or I should say he's robbing people who are panning for gold.
Right, that's more accurate.
And he's already got a name for himself. Like, as soon as the guy sees him, calls out, he's like, oh my god, it's Sam. And he's scared, he, gives him his gold. So Sam, when he's left alone, like, I feel like we always see him in, like, some sort of notoriety, right?
Mm-hmm.
We always see him at the top of his game.
Right.
Like, he's feared, he's wanted, he's, people respect him in some way, and it's like, if left to his own devices, he would succeed in a lot of things.
His weakness is the existence of Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, he's never really left alone, is the problem.
If Yosemite Sam had a solo short, he would win. But that's the problem, he doesn't have a solo short.
Like, with Elmer Fudd, I feel like if you left Elmer Fudd alone, he would, like, kind of just coast barely.
Mm-hmm.
But Sam could have, like, riches, he could have women, he would just be the, like, top dog.
Right.
So, in this, it's just mostly Yosemite Sam fucking around, stealing gold. He sees that Bugs has, like, this weird, like, natural ability to sense gold, I guess. He's like a gold detector.
Yeah, that's a new Bugs power that exists in this short. Of gold's nearby, he flips out.
Yeah, let me go to my page 20 of my Bugs power list Google Docs and add can sense gold in a little bullet point.
It's gonna be so funny to list all these characters' abilities out, and most of them have just a minor, like, kind of like condensed list, and then Bugs Bunny's is gonna be like 5 pages long.
This is gonna be too long. Now, there is something I want to talk about in terms of Yosemite Sam's, like, personality.
Okay.
So he fakes a partnership with Bugs, and this isn't, like, the first time he's, like, tried to play nice or, like, quote, played nice. But when, Bugs says he's found some gold, Yosemite starts digging, and before he even, like, strikes any, he's immediately like, oh, I was just double-crossing you. I'm renouncing this partnership. And I think this is a consistent problem with Yosemite, where he double-crosses way too soon.
Right.
He counts all his chickens way before they hatch. Like, multiple times he's done this, where he can't just, like, see the plan through and then, like, double cross at the right moment, and I think that's gonna hurt him in the big Looney Tunes battle.
Ironically, Bugs Bunny, the character he is paired with in this short, is amazing at double crossing. He knows right. Just when to let up. Right,
exactly. So if Yosemite Sam forms any kind of partnership, even with a Toon who might be weaker than him, if he, like, pulls that trigger too soon, it's over for him. He's fucking done.
Bugs has a compassionate moment in this short. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, tell me about it.
So Bugs Bunny, he tricks the foolish Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam, into digging. And as he's digging, he goes, I can't do this to the little guy. And then he goes up to Yosemite Sam and he basically says, hey, I lied to you. You're about to get hurt. And then Sam basically tells him, fuck off. I don't care. I'm not listening to you. And then Bugs is like, well, I tried. And then Yosemite Sam falls off a cliff.
Yeah, so Bugs is capable of, like, going, you know what, maybe this is too far, but he's not doesn't care that much at the same time.
I think at that moment he realized maybe Sam is beyond saving.
That's so sad. How could you say that about Sam?
Yosemite Sam is a fool beyond saving.
Bugs wins.
Oh, yeah. He gets arrested. Yosemite Sam gets arrested.
Yeah, he goes. They go to like what, Fort Knox or something,
Yeah, they go to
and
Fort
start
Knox.
digging up like the gold reserves. Now, Bugs is a little fearful of the military personnel there. He kind of hightails it out of there pretty quickly.
He summons a big boat.
Yeah, it's his boat summoning ability. Write that down.
Yeah, write that
That's
down.
real.
That's a new one he has, is summoning boats.
Good job, Bugs Bunny. Another win, another gold fucking medal.
You want to read some comments?
Yes.
All right. This is from Kiara Waffles. Does Roadrunner decreasing his bimbo stat affect his ability to survive in the Looney Tunes brawl, either negatively or positively?
So, like, if he's not a bimbo, is it better for him?
Yeah.
No. That's what makes him so powerful. You know the shit I was talking about, how he's like a sad orphan?
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't care. He doesn't care that he's an orphan.
He's such a bimbo, he isn't even aware of his tragic backstory.
Exactly. So if you make him too aware of it, he's gonna lose. He's gonna trip up. He's gonna get nervous.
If like,
he's gonna get sad.
There's an episode where Wiley like makes a genius potion, makes him into a super genius, and then Roadrunner drinks a bit of it, like a gag. That's when Roadrunner will lose, because like he'll start thinking about everything too hard and then lose.
But Wiley would never do that because he thinks he's a genius.
That's true.
So it's just an endless cycle.
Yeah, Roadrunner's bimbo stat is so important to the character. I'd almost say I wouldn't be surprised if Chuck Jones has it written down somewhere.
Oh, it is rules.
Yeah.
for how to write a Wiley and Roadrunner short. Make sure the Roadrunner is a complete bimbo.
There's one from Angler. Do you think Bugs Bunny's left ball sack is bigger than his right one? Thanks for the suggestion, guys.
I think you suggested this one, Ryan.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure those words have never left my mouth.
I don't know. I think you could ask that.
No, I think you did. I think you should answer it.
All right, Mac. If you want to know, the left one is a bit bigger. My Bugs Bunny cock is huge in general.
Thanks, Bugs Bunny. I'm really glad you could make it to this interview. That was the only question I had for you. I don't have any more questions for you.
Bye. Thanks
Bye.
for asking me.
We'll never be able to afford him again. We can't get him back on the show.
He's not gonna want. Well, maybe if we tell him we can talk about his penis again, he'll come back. He seems to really like coming on our show to do that.
Yeah, gotta, maybe he can waive the guest appearance fee if we make it, a cock-based questionnaire.
Oh boy, they asking my cock again?
Oh shit. Well, I think it might be time to wrap this all up.
All right. Well.
All right.
Let's get tucked.
That's all you have to say about this tragic end of our podcast episode.
I'm gonna tuck myself into bed and I'm gonna drift off. Goodbye, Looney Tunes.
Bye forever. This is the last episode.
Oh boy, one big cock finale.
Bye, everybody. That's all, folks.
Oh, folks.